one day he's like, I think I'm gonna go out and get it. I'm like, I don't know if that's the best idea.
Like I said, I walked around the building the other day when it was decent out. Lost no shingles, the roof looks good except for one of our lightning rods above this dormer right here, it's laying on the roof right there.
Okay. Knock it
Yeah,
out.
do a little repair work up there.
I'm lucky because I redid my roof last year, which it was getting, like, every time I got wind, I was losing shingles.
Yeah.
All right, we're 1 minute away. May we get those lights green, please? Well, good afternoon. All right, the clock has struck the top of the hour. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I would like to take this opportunity to welcome those within chambers and those that are tuning in via our variety of broadcast options to our special meeting of the City Council as publicly noticed on Tuesday, March 17th at 4 p.m. Clerk Domestic, please call roll.
Schumate,
Here.
Bosmer.
Here.
Cox.
Here.
Dill. LaPointe. McNabb.
Here.
Molnar.
I would like to let the record reflect that I had personally reached out to all members of our voting administration prior to this special meeting being called to make sure that they were consulted on the special meeting taking place. I recognize that some of these members were unable to be here due to a variety of conflicts. With that, Clerk Domestic, we do have a quorum.
Yes.
So with that, we'd love to pass over the floor to public comment. If there's any members,
Do we need to make a motion to excuse the absent member?
would you like a
Yeah,
motion?
that's okay.
I'll make
Yeah.
the motion to
Second.
excuse absent members.
We have a motion by Cox and a second by McNabb. Again, I'll reinforce that all members were consulted prior to this meeting being called and had conflicts that prevent them from being able to attend. Clerk Domestic, please call roll.
All in favor.
I'd like to do a roll just to reflect this. for
Bosmer?
unanimous.
Yes.
Cox.
Yes.
McNabb.
Yes.
Schumate.
Yes. Motion carried. Thank you, Councilman Cox and Councilman McNabb. With that, we'd love to turn the floor to public comment. Are there any members of public that wish to address council? So please state your name and address. Make sure that light is green. Not seeing any members of public, so we will have another public comment after the item that has been publicly noticed. Today, we are here to consider the award bid for HVAC maintenance contract. Just a couple framing points before we dive in. I know that this was a topic that was supposed to be on our last council meeting agenda, but had been pulled prior to the meeting. As our DPW director and city administrator were gathering further information, just want to thank DPW Director Sant and City Administrator Witherspoon for making sure we had the totality of information required to enable today's meeting. As reflected in your packet, I'd like to call your attention to a couple things. One is the specific amount and recommendation for the 4-year HVAC maintenance service contract and the alternate to Flow Air Heating and Cooling. Number two, during this information gathering path, we did gather additional information. One thing I wanted to call out that DPW Director Sant had brought to our attention is that the city does have an ordinance, section 2-281, local business preference, and Flow Air meets that requirement as a city-based business, and the owner lives in the city and qualifies for a 3% equalization factor. That was not applied, but I wanted to make sure that that was information that was shared with council, as that represents totality of information over the course of gathering information for this topic. Council, with all the information you have, we'd be looking for a motion with all information to approve the 4-year HVAC maintenance service contract and alternate 1 to Flow Air Heating and Cooling.
I'd like to make that motion.
A motion by Bosmer,
Second.
a second by
Councilman Cox.
Cox. Just for the sake of discussion, I'll just share my perspective on this matter. I have 3 principles that are driving my perspective. One is the charter and ordinance does not exclude a member who has a financial interest in being a part of this process. I want to be very clear on that. That's important to me to stick to our guiding documents. Number 2, I trust our bidding process and the purity of it. And 3, I put a lot of faith in DPW Director Sant and our amazing City Administrator Witherspoon to make sure that we are given the totality of information to make informed decisions that best serve the needs of this community and all its residents, and obviously this teams in this operation that serve said community and residents. So I just want to make sure my headspace is clear on the 3 principles guiding my perspective. Any further discussion?
No, I'd reiterate those same facts, that I think the diligence was done. I think the vetting system works. This is the best decision on behalf of the taxpayers. That's my feeling.
Thank you, sir.
I agree. I concur.
Okay, well, council, any further discussion on this matter? Clerk Tomasic will pass it to you to please call roll.
Cox?
Yes.
McNabb?
Yes.
Schumate?
Yes.
Osmer?
Yes.
That is a majority on quorum, so that will carry. With that being said, we'd like to pass it back over to our public for any comment that you may have. Is there any members wishing to address council? All right, then council, I'd be looking for a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Is there a second?
Second.
Second by McNabb. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Thank you so much for your time, and appreciate you for tuning in, and thank you, Clerk Tomasic, for arranging it.
This is the way all meetings should be.